Oh,
look at
this.
this. Look at the spirits.
Before he pulls.
Yeah, I'll go single.
Oh no! The ad technically didn't die.
Oh, that's a
Oh
nightmare.
my god! Oh. Ladies and gentlemen, it is an absolute pleasure to bring you to Freehold. What? What is this?
Why are we in Freehold?
Why are we in Freehold? What the hell? I queued us for normal new ones. I don't know why we're in Freehold, but at least this will be somewhat relatable, I guess, for the guys.
Yeah, this will be fine.
Fuck it. Anyway, we're here to show you Shadow, so it doesn't matter. We should have taken Searing Insanity, though. Oh, yeah. I'm sad now. I'm sad now. I'm surrendering, dude. I'm going for it. I'm surrendering on the Mastiff.
Oh, yeah, I'm surrendered as well.
I believe it's going to die. We're surrendered to madness right off the bat. I think we're good. I think we're good. 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 We're here to bring you the new Shadow. I'm, of course, joined by Mr. Finn. He's going to take more of the lead on this. Mr. Finn, new Shadow. We're happy, yes?
I'm very happy, yes. There's tons of, like, really cool interactions and interesting things going on. So, yeah, I'm pretty chill with it. I think there's a lot of... there'll be a lot of your gameplay is decided by how well tuned it is. But yeah, it's fun. I'm really enjoying it so far.
Our tank is level 11.
Yeah.
I just noticed that. Our tank is level 11. That's super crazy. I don't know if you're playing a different talent setup to me. I'm playing Eradication, which I haven't actually used once yet. I need to set up a notification for Eradication. An Eradication notification. I'm not playing Searing Insanity. I might change later on. I think we can swap talents in here.
Yeah, we can. I'm not playing that either. I'm playing Unfurling Darkness, Misery, Psychic Link, Damnation, and Surrender to Madness. Yeah.
We're actually playing the exact same setups. The exact same setups. So, good news, guys. Surrender to Madness is absolutely back, but you're going to see us playing Shadow a little differently. You'll notice we're not even using Void Farm. I don't think Finn will have used Void Farm yet either.
Nope.
We will have used Surrender to Madness, though. So Surrender to Madness, very much a part of the toolkit again. And basically what we're doing is you now have a DPS cooldown. So this whole class works so differently than what you've had in previous iterations. It's based entirely on how to word it correctly. Like, Devouring Plague is your big hitter. Now, with Eradication, you can see I just instantly dotted that with Devouring Plague. I also have Surrender to Madness back. I could time this correctly. I could make this work. I have to believe.
Yeah, I've got Surrender back in 5 seconds. This is... Oh, he's dying so fast.
Oh, he's dying too fast. Oh, that's unfortunate. We have no Mythic Plus on the Alpha, on the Beta anymore, so that's a little sad. We have absolutely no Mythic Plus to play around with.
Wow, you did so much more than me. What's that about?
I'm just a beast, dude. I'm just an absolute monster. So
why is your Devouring Plague hitting for twice what mine's hitting for? What's happened?
I'm going to tell you guys right now. Scaling issues is what it is. Scaling issues. I'm actually using a copied character that is level 51, I believe. So I'm using a lot of mythic BFA gear.
Right. Yeah. I'm level 59. I've been leveling this priest. I'm almost capped, and I am also using mythic BFA gear.
Oh, it's got to be a scaling thing, I would imagine.
Yeah, it's got to be an item level scaling, right?
Yeah, for sure. I'm trying to explain this to the guys of how this works, because people looking at this, and the spell icons are the same, but Shadow Priest is a different animal right now.
It certainly is.
Yeah, essentially what you're doing is you're generating insanity, which you then get to spend. So it's gone to like a resource spender type situation. And inside that, what we have is being able to spend it on Devouring Plague. So they only, we think this is kind of funny, they only brought Devouring Plague back about a month ago.
Yeah, it wasn't even in the toolkit at all, and now it's your main ability, basically.
It absolutely is. It's just your primary ability that you get to use. Do we still have to do this on... I assume this is heroic or normal? I don't know. I have no idea.
It feels like normal, if I'm honest, but yeah.
Yeah, it does feel like normal, but for the sake of just showing off what Shadow's about, it's fine. Some people will be pissed, but as I said, we don't even have Mythic Plus anymore, so what can we do?
Yeah, it's fine. It's all good. It's all good.
Yeah, you'll also notice me and Finn do not have Covenants either. Covenants are now... They're basically testing the leveling process, which means you only get your Covenants while you're leveling and in that zone.
Yep.
and they disappear. In fact, I had to raid test without a Covenant because it bugged out, etc. Our level 11 tank is not drinking the beer. This feels bad.
That's fine. I have switched over to the spammable AoE.
Oh,
so,
have you?
So as you see, I mind sear this guy here, and then I press my C keybind, which spams Shadow Word Pain on everything next to it. And then if it already has Shadow Word Pain on it, it does double damage. This was
it's
so fun to play on Denathrius when we were testing it the other night.
It's have a consistent AoE. Like, there's no weird ramp up to it. You know, you're not hoping to, like, you know, with Void Farm, you're hoping to, like, stay in combat for ages and not have any downtime. Otherwise, the whole thing just falls apart. I'm going to surrender to Madness here.
Yeah, I think, like, the big thing about Shadow Priest in M+ was that your ramp was so long till you essentially got all your dots out and then all your spirits started to hit as AoE. That this sort of fixes that problem. Not entirely, because you still have a tiny bit of ramp. You need some insanity to actually press the button. But it's much faster. It's substantially quicker. Especially when you play Surrender with it. So if you play Surrender, you obviously have like double insanity generation right now. And when you mind sear with double insanity generation, it does a lot. Like,
can you grip this guy? We're trying to show him what to do.
Oh, where is he? Come on, come here. Here. Speak to this man here.
Between the two of us, we can grip him the way we need.
Yeah, we did it.
We got it. We got it. One of my favorite new talents here is actually something you've probably noticed, guys, is Unfurling Darkness. Which means when I cast VT, you'll see that Vampiric Touch actually lights up, meaning my next one is instant cast. And we'll do some upfront damage. So I cast VT on that. See, I've instantly VT'd the other one. I mean, it's all about that ramp-up time disappearing. Which is just awesome. It really is. And now we can keep Devouring Plague on multiple targets here, which is super fun. I'm just swapping the Devouring Plagues. And also on top of this, while we're channeling Mind Flay, we can proc instant cast Mind Blasts, like as standard.
It's so good. Honestly, this plays so smoothly right now. Especially on multi-target. On single target, it's slightly less so. Your scaling is fucked, by the way.
My scaling is completely absurd.
What is this? Anyway,
it's okay. It makes me look good in the video.
They're gonna be like, I thought Finn was a Shadow Priest main.
I demand viewers not understand what's happening here and just call me a Shadow Priest god. I demand it.
Full Shadow Priest god now.
That's it.
Yeah, on single target, it feels a little bit more clunky. I'm sure you would agree, because. You cap,
I think that's just due to too much insanity.
Yeah, you cap insanity really quickly at the start of the fight because you want to get into void form as soon as possible. So you'll have 100 insanity, and on a single target you can only cast one Devouring Plague at a time. So I'm
trying to get him to go big for you here.
Yeah, you have like 50 too much basically. I better go back to that talent then. Go back to the talent.
Oh right, I thought you still had it. Yeah,
I was
like. I'm pulling more.
Yeah, I'm pulling everything.
I'm just leaving this to you. I want to see that spam.
Right, come on. Let's surrender
Don't get out
something.
arcaned.
I got silenced. I got shadow locked.
Oh god.
This is a disaster. Nope. No.
I'm helping. In fact, I'm surrendering. I believe. We surrender.
I have all the aggro. How do I have aggro?
Fade. Fading.
It's okay. I'm not fading. I'm not a bitch.
Coward!
Oh, I just got one banged by that stuff. Right.
Okay, I fear.
Yeah, so...
Come on, bad scaling. Work for me.
That actually didn't work at all for me. But anyway, the general idea is that on burst AoE like that, you should be able to quickly get enough insanity to like multi-cast. Because it's only 30. It's kind of a low value.
Yeah.
The other thing that I have noticed, and I hope people will see that I am bugged currently. I have 2 talents in the first row right now.
What? What do you have? Fortress and Unfurling?
I have Unfurling and Death and Madness right now.
How?
I don't know. I switched talents earlier on when I was leveling, and it's like recorded me having Death and Madness, even though I also have Unfurling.
I need to kill something.
So yeah, I have both at the moment, which is kind of interesting. Yeah, let's get this other guy as well.
Yeah. Oh god, Unfurling Madness with the instant VT. Like, I mean, one of the hassles you always have with Shadow Priest is summit spawns. You've got to go through that rigmarole, you know, of dotting everything with the same thing. If you haven't got Misery, it's even more of a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
And it's having that just be, you know, it's not gone, but it's just been relaxed a little bit. Oh, it feels so good.
Oh, this AoE spam is actually so good as well. Anyway.
You're catching up to me. No.
Yep.
Scaling preserved me. Having
something additional on Mindseer is so huge. Like, Mindseer is not fun to press, realistically.
No.
Just
it's
because,
boring. You like channel it and you're like, okay.
Yeah. It generates a ton of insanity if you have enough targets, but it didn't really feel like it did any damage. Other than when... Remember when the Mindseer build was a thing back in like BOD with Thought Harvester? That was really fun. But up until that and sort of beyond that, after they fixed the scaling on that stuff, it's not been a particularly fun spell to press. So them fixing that is really good as well.
Oh, we go.
Yeah, let's do this. Get Devour and Plague out. I'm just going to use my instant casts VT just because it does more damage than Mind Blast anyway.
Like, I have so much insanity.
Yeah. You actually, you get so much. It's so good. Yeah, I'm at 100
I actually
right
wish
now.
my damage was lower, because like, I don't get to really pop off. I'm kind of thinking I could surrender Shark Boy straight away, though.
Yeah, well, we both do that. I've got Surrender up.
Yeah, are we surrendering? Yeah, let's go.
I'm going to double Void Form him. Just for
I'll tell you what I'm
fun.
going to do. This is going to be my opener. You ready? It's a complete waste, but I have full insanity. So it's going to be DP, Eradication. So that's 3 Devouring Plagues that are all overlapping into Serenity Madness.
Okay. Yep, I'm going to Void Form. Get both my dots out. I'm going to DP, Void Bolt, DP,
and
then I'm going to Surrender, DP.
I'm already surrendered. I'm going to die, dude. I'm going to die. He's not dying.
And then I'm going to DP.
I've got 11 seconds.
No, DP twice again. And then I'm going to Shadow Word Death. And I'm going to Drain.
I survived!
Dude, it's so fun. It's actually so
yeah,
fun.
they could just tone down the insanity a little bit and it'd be fine.
And you can see
absolutely fine.
the apparitions there as well. Like, so the apparition, the way the apparitions work right now is that everything you have a dot on, when you cast Mind Blast or Devouring Plague or Void Bolt, you'll spawn an apparition that will hit. An apparition for every target that has a dot on it, basically, or has VT on it.
Yeah.
But if your Mind Blast crits, it spawns 2. If your Void Bolt crits, it spawns 2. And if your Devouring Plague, like up front hits, crits, it spawns 2. So...
Is the tank asking me to go?
I don't know. Just get everything. Get everything. Come on, let's get all the men.
Oh no, I can't do that. Ooh,
yeah.
Painful will do it. Painful will do it. Oh god. Oop.
Try to not get hit by the knockups, everyone.
Yeah. The only things that's still bugging me about this is still like this is a first draft, right? And there's definitely some issues with it. Like we're definitely overdoing insanity.
Yep,
Don't look at the damage meter. The damage meter is not representative. We were actually fine. We did mythic raid testing yesterday, and we weren't overpowered or anything. That's not what was happening.
Top damage single target was
single target. We were top damage, and I think that's the insanity flow, which could tone down a little bit. But it wasn't crazy. Right? It wasn't crazy. We were, and certainly when it came to multi-target, there were other people who were up and if not better than we were.
Yeah.
But it was just so fun to play. And you know what's weird is this character is called, as you can see, One Day Be Good, and that's with good reason. Is I genuinely thought I'm surrendering here. I'm risking it, dude. I didn't even need to. I have
no.
option ready.
Okay.
I'm risking.
Oh, I've got the bug on Void Eruption. That's so annoying.
We've got 13 seconds. I believe. Oh,
we can do it. We can do it.
I can. Avoid erupting.
We can do it.
2 seconds. Oh my god, I had 2 seconds left.
Huge. Huge. Still had 10 seconds on mine. Feels bad.
Oh, that was really unfortunate. I want to try the other talent build. I'm not sure. Let me ask quickly. Do you want to do another quick one? Like a reason? Can I even queue for one?
I mean, I don't
know. Oh, it's not.
It's
saying custom, actually.
Custom?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's see. Let's see if we jump into another one.
Yeah, let's do it.
A real one. I'm going to change up my build then. I'm going to go... I'm going to try out this... I know my damage will be lower, but I'm going to try out this Searing Nightmare. Give that a whirl.
Okay, I'm going to go Misery. I'm going to go Ancient Madness instead of Surrender.
Yeah.
Once it's off CD. And I'm going to play Death and Madness this time as well. I think if I go Death and Madness, I might not have both, you know?
Yeah. I think I'm not sure. I have to keep Surrender. Having double the amount of Void Farms, especially in dungeons, is just so good.
Yeah, it is really good right now. I like Ancient Madness though. Ancient Madness is really fun to play.
I tell you what's blowing my mind about this, Finn. Every single new talent, because this is just a modernized talent tree for a Shadowlands class.
Yeah.
That none of the other classes have had the benefit of this. It's just modernized. It's not perfect, but it's modernized. And I could go through this without simming, without doing a goddamn thing, and go, oh, okay, yeah, this makes sense. Because, for example, we did Lady Enerva Darkvein on Mythic yesterday. And we just sat there, and we both came up with the exact same talent choices. So it was like, okay, so there's a spawn of 3 adds. Unfurling Darkness is probably going to be good there, because it's going to be doing multiple Vampiric Touches. They last long enough to dot up. So Unfurling Darkness would be the choice there. Body and Soul or whatever, you can choose whatever you want. And then we were like, okay, so we're doing this multi-dotting, which works with our Vampiric Touch, so Misery is going to be the go-to there, so our Shadow Word Pain goes on. It's not enough adds to warrant Searing Nightmare. And Twist of Fate could be good, but it's not going to be beneficial to us getting these important adds down quick enough, so Misery is the way to go. And then we were like, okay, but these adds aren't really clustered. At least our strategy wasn't super clustered. So Psychic Link's going to be the benefit there. These adds are kind of spread out. Then we went to Damnation, and we're like, same again. We're going to have to dot up 4 adds, which means we can do double instant cast VTs, and we can do a Damnation on the 3rd one. Job's good. And then we have Surrender to Madness, and these adds don't last 25 seconds, so it's like, okay, so we can use Surrender to Madness there, and that's going to get full benefit. And it was just common sense that allowed me to choose the talents. Just pure common sense.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of the rows are pretty clear on what they should be used for. There's a couple in there that are a little bit weird. So Void Torrent Mindbender in the Damnation rule. That's a little strange, that one. Just because Damnation is clearly like a cleave, or intended to be like a cleave talent, in my opinion. So an ad spawns, you can just throw all 3 dots on it and not worry about it. Mindbender and Void Torrent are both inherently single target.
Yeah.
Which means that it'll just be down to numbers whether you'll use one over the other. Which I don't like particularly.
I'd like to see Mindbender disappear, to be honest. I think Mindbender's a little boring.
Yeah, I don't like Mindbender at all. And the problem is all the conduits and stuff are based around Mindbender right now. So unless they change, Mindbender's probably the choice in that row.
Yeah, hopefully they change them up, right? Because all our priest videos we've done up until this point have all mentioned something along the same lines, is that they've had to work so hard to find things that all 3 of the specs share.
Yeah.
And one of them is, of course, Shadow Fiend, which means they've tailored Legos and conduits and stuff around that aspect, even though Shadow doesn't work the same as Dis and Holy, obviously.
Yeah, you don't really care about your Shadow Fiend, really. I mean, it's a little damage amp, but it's not a huge thing. It's not something I really want to have to manage as my main DPS cooldown, which it was before this. The great example, like as you were saying, like the Shadowlands sort of talent trees, I think the perfect example of that is row 30 on Shadow Priest right now. Row 30.
Twist, Misery, and Searing.
Yeah, Twist of Fate is clearly a single target spell. Misery is clearly a cleave spell, and Searing Nightmare is clearly an AoE spell. So,
it's so easy.
So if you if you look at that talent row, you're like, you know exactly what type of fight you're doing. You know exactly what talent you're taking. You don't have to think about it. You don't have to sim it. All 3 of those work for each of their playstyles, and they're very different in that you should be able to choose one without even really looking at it. So yeah,
and
that's a nearly perfect talent roll for me right now.
And this was the great thing. Celestalon, who used to be one of the main devs in dealing with this stuff, he moves to Hearthstone now. But the first contact I ever had with Celestalon is in Legion, when I did a video on Warlocks. And I was like, this is the idyllic way talents should work. And it's based on, one, what it does is really obvious, and it modifies the gameplay. Slightly, not, to make it more interesting. Like Searing Nightmare makes Mindseer more interesting.
Yeah.
That's all it's doing. It's nothing. It's not trying to make you learn 8, because we always get accused, certainly with the kind of videos we do. It's like, oh, you guys want it all to be super mega complicated and stuff. It's like, absolutely not. really the goal should always be that if I had no talents, the spec is easily playable and understandable. And then the talents just take what we already have and just say, here's a little twist on it. Here's a little change on it. So, like on Furling Darkness, there's a little twist on the spell we already pressed. It's instant cast now, okay? That's basically all you need to know is it's like after you do that, you can have an instant cast one. And it makes it more fun because now it means I can multi-dot quicker. That's all it's doing. It's something I was already doing, but multi-dotting it. And the same as Finn says, you get these obvious ones where you're like, oh, I have to do a lot of AoE here. Searing Nightmare makes a lot of sense to me. And it's not changing much, right? It's just saying, oh, Mind Sear, you're going to be Mind Searing a lot? Okay, let's make Mind Sear more interesting.
Yep.
And that's all the talents need to do, because anybody could look at these and go, oh, okay, yeah, this makes sense. I get this now.
Yeah.
And that's all it needs.
Totally agree. I think there's some really great talent rows in here. Even the Psychic Link, Shadow Crash, Spirits. I'm not even going to try that first word again. Awful.
Yeah.
Shadow Crash is a little bit out of place, but the other two are pretty clear that, like, oh, you want Spread Cleave? Psychic Link's the way to go. You want, like, passive damage that you don't really need to worry about, or position, or perhaps even single target? Spirits is the way to go. So yeah, I think some of these talents are super well designed. All of the talents that they've added in are really good, which is a fantastic sign. And in sort of passing, they've made other talents great as well, like Surrender. The only thing they changed about Surrender was the cooldown, and it's already awesome again. So yeah.
We also point out here we both killed ourselves to Surrender in raid testing.
Yeah, I did it twice last night. Yeah.
It was so nice to have it back because it doesn't show in your combat log either.
Yeah.
You died to Surrender, and I was like, shit, I just died. And I was confident that my Surrender would not have got me killed, so I never really considered that it would be Surrender that got me killed. Absolutely was.
Yep. Yep,
Absolutely was. It was pretty hilarious. What do we got here? We got 3 Shadow Priests. This is going to be the War of the Talents. I might have to go Misery here.
I mean, I've gone Misery myself here again. I don't really have. I'm a bit concerned about my scaling, if I'm totally honest. But let's see. Oh, do you know what though? Since I've leveled a bit, I have Power Infusion, so I'm happy.
Oh, give me that's for me, right?
No, the Power Infusion can only be cast on yourself now. They changed that as well. That wasn't in the notes, but every Shadow Priest main will know that was a change that was made. Just saying.
Our Shadow Priest friend left.
I know, he was a bit... What was he, intimidated, do you think?
I think so.
He was intimidated.
I think so. I think that's definitely what happened, right?
Yeah, totally intimidated by our gameplay. I can understand.
Yeah. Right, chadness of Shadow.
Right, I've surrendered there.
Interrupting. I'm actually helping. Oh, I didn't surrender. I should have. Yeah, there's the ramp. God damn it.
Oh, look at that damage.
Scaling return.
The scaling returns. Okay.
I'm going to keep this for a little bit, but I am going to go back to Misery after, because these aren't huge pulls in here.
Oh, I've just realized I have the Kyrian ability.
What? Do I have a Covenant?
I have the Kyrian Covenant ability right now.
I am spreading... Oh, this was actually great for the video.
Let's have a bash. Kyrian Covenant AoE, let's go.
Oh, look at the AoE, team!
Let's do it. Hell
I am
yes.
the machine.
Yes, I've got aggro and everything.
Oh, Searing Nightmare. That was kind of fun, actually, because it ramped, the more mobs ramped up my insanity gain, which ramped up the Searing Insanity. And so it was just like... Boom, 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 boom.
It's so good. The way it interacts is so good. There's a lot of spells like that right now in this kit.
I need to be using actual Surrender and stuff. I've not used Void Eruption or anything yet. I should have. Go pull, dude! Tarzan, do it! Get it done, Tarzan!
Come on, let's go.
Alright, we go big.
Let's get that. Let's get all our dots out. We then Mind Sear so that we get some...
Interrupt it!
Oh no, I didn't interrupt in time.
Thanks for the interrupt.
It's okay.
And it replaced... The only thing it does is it's replacing, obviously, DP from the rotation. So it shakes it up in that way as well. So your rotation just changes ever so slightly. So instead of DP, you're spamming something else, which is fine.
Yeah, there's a pretty clear multi-target, single-target rotation. Oh, we're going
we
boss.
We boss. I have surrender.
I have surrendered
I
on
can
that
use it
map.
on an ad. I'm going to use it on an ad.
Yeah, I'm going to use it on one as well.
Just in case. Yeah. And this is the joy of surrender, right? Because if you can find somewhere to use it, oh, it's so good.
All right.
I really do wish I had this way. Right, I'm surrendering.
Okay, I've surrendered as well.
Okay, those ads just got surrendered.
They died pretty quickly.
Those ads just got absolutely surrendered. That is funny.
While I'm in Void form, I'm just making sure that I'm just casting DP and Void Bolt as much as possible, because every time I do, I get a spirit, right? So
Yeah, I'm just gonna fade it.
yeah, it's fine. Don't even bother with them. Yeah, so you can see I got like, I should have had a little bit of spirit damage there. Yeah, 15 spirits. It's not too bad. It's obviously dependent on crit, so like scaling will impact it right now because I've only got like 17%. But yeah, once you get some decent crit on your gear, it'll be really important once you get into Void form in particular to cast Void Bolt and DP as much as possible, so that you generate more spirits, and then the
Instead
crits
of it being
generate
just
double.
RNG.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
It's like all on you basically, which is really good. I really like it.
Which is strange because we've had conversations recently where it was like, Blizzard don't maybe want that, and we're like, what?
Yeah.
What does that even mean, dude? What does that even mean?
Yeah.
Of course it should be on us.
It should definitely be, yeah, your damage should be driven by you for sure.
100%. It should be, I mean, little RNG is fine, like some trinkets and stuff, but it's a case of, at least in my point of view, is when we talk about RNG, that's okay, as long as it's not too much, and you should have the possibility of playing around it, which is something I long for. Oh, we're surrendering, for sure.
Yeah, I'm going to surrender the one with high HP. Fuck it.
That is a bad move. Just tell me.
Nah, this is going to be totally fine, I believe.
I'm killing my target, I tell you. I'll interrupt that. I went straight away to kill my target. I am not risking dying to surrender on trash.
It's alright, we're good. We're Gucci.
We are indeed. I'm not risking it. When I died to Shadow of Death in Raid yesterday.
You did
hilarious.
actually, yeah, that was so
good. I killed
good.
myself. I felt like such a moron. I was like, oh, to die like this on progress is actually not progress, but raid testing is actually grim.
I mean, there's going to be
there's
going to be some really interesting interactions with. Oh, let's see. Does this scale off haste? Oh my god, it does.
What's that?
The carrying ability, because I have power infusion, is casting so much quicker.
Yeah, I don't have like.
It doesn't do much damage.
I'm being scammed by your power infusion, which is making me feel really sad.
Yeah, well, just level. I mean, it's not that
hunter. I've leveled a hunter, guys, that did raid testing, and the raid testing broke the character, so it can't have a covenant now.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
It's
actually
completely broken. It wouldn't give me. It wouldn't give me. Do you know what I love as well? It wouldn't give me a covenant at all, even going back to leveling, which was bullshit. Do we surrender? We surrender. We surrender.
I've gone into Void form anyway, so I'm going to save my surrender for next pack. I'm going to make sure I just Mind Blast Cleave.
There's the instant cast Mind Blast. We good. We Gucci.
Lots of spirits. God, that's so fun.
I don't
honestly.
have spirits. Yeah, I have Psychic Link still.
Yeah, I've got Psychic Link as well, but the sort of passive spirit damage is not too bad.
Yeah.
Psychic Link's just super fun to play with, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, it's a, you know what's really sad? It's, THD's going to start up with this because we had a war yesterday. Not a war, but Shadow Priest was better than Warlock. But it's a better Malefic Rapture. Like my mind, it's a better version.
It is like a, yeah, it is a sort of, not exactly poor man's Malefic Rapture, but it is Malefic Rapture. You just cleave while you're doing your single target rotation, which is kind of nice.
It's so weird having burst of Shadow like this, like regularly.
Yeah. Constant
regularly.
Burst. You just have burst all the time.
Yeah.
It's great.
It feels so strange to have that. With a big shackle.
Oh, look at you shackling.
That's me, big shack.
I'm not going to shackle. I'm just going to interrupt him so he comes in here. Single target burst this guy to death.
No.
Hells yeah.
AoE for life. AoE, I'm AoEing to generate more insanity for the single target. That's what I'm doing.
Yeah, this is
I'm
just
going huge, dude.
This is super fun.
I couldn't care less about the damage. It's the way it plays.
The way it plays is great. It's super
I
good.
really couldn't care less about the damage.
Yeah.
This has been, I think this is my second L. I've been really struggling because I've enjoyed so many Shadowlands classes to actually choose something that I would say this is my second character because our guild does require that.
Yeah.
And I've been like, I just don't know what it's going to be because I kind of like a lot of things, and I was almost close to being a paladin. Melted.
I just double. I just went into void form and surrendered at the same time for the double
Oh, I
blast.
didn't surrender! Moronic. You're outplaying me.
I'm starting to get a little bit more into the habit of playing this. The one thing that I've said a few times actually, just like people speaking about this priest, is that when you get into the muscle memory of playing old priest,
Yeah.
you're just constantly trying to hoard insanity, and you need to do the opposite of that now, which feels kind of weird.
Yeah, I'm feeling it too. And I know some people will watch our video in maybe 6 months' time when this is first changed. You know the video we put out last night?
Yeah.
And they'll watch that video and they'll be like, wow, you guys were bad at this. And be like, we know, we had less than a few hours to even play a brand new class. Like, that's fine. And then we were mythic raid testing on it, on the broken bosses. It's totally fine that our gameplay is wrong because all our fingers are trying to do things that this class no longer does.
Yeah.
We don't go for these massive void forms.
I keep going into void form and then instantly pressing void bolt, which overcaps.
Save every time.
Yeah, even that one simple button that I don't need to press the button again. That's all I need to do, but I cannot stop my brain from doing it. Like, it's it's going to be interesting learning this, but it's got so much potential to be good. I'm so happy about it because it's just the potential behind this spec right now is kind of huge.
I really wish I had surrendered. Suing Insanity just for that little bit.
Yeah.
Come on, Tarzan.
Go on, let's do it, buddy.
Come on, pal. There's a Surrender to Madness waiting, and I want to use it.
Just pull everything.
He's thinking about it.
Go for it. Anywhere you want, mate. Yes. Okay.
We surrender. We DP. Instant cast Vampiric Touch. Into next big turret. Into DP. Into Mind Blast.
I don't know if you're getting this bug as well, but when I surrender, it puts my Void Eruption on CD. Like it's old school surrender. Before they made the change. It's really frustrating. So like I have 100 insanity right now and I can't cast Void Eruption.
Oh, that's really weird.
Yeah.
No, I didn't have that. I don't think so anyway.
It like
So is that putting your Void Bolt on cooldown as well?
I just can't get in unless I surrender again.
Oh, really? Okay,
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely not that then. The instant cast Mind Blast is such a nice touch as well, because you know you're not wasting any. You just that confidence that you're not wasting that resource, even if you don't press it, a second it's off cooldown. It's not that rigid. You can use it a bit more effectively if you're mixing in some other VTs and things. I should have gone into Void Eruption then. I'm not sure I like having Void Eruption have an insanity requirement to go in, but it does allow for some gameplay. Like yesterday we were cycling, both of us. I just Void Bolted the minute I went into Shadow Form as well. Even after talking about it, like getting it out of my fingers is not easy, like at all.
It's so difficult.
Yeah, it really is. But like preparing for the ad spawn, because that's when we wanted to Void Eruption. Obviously, we wanted to use our DBS call on these ad spawns. They're very important to kill. So you did have that period of time. It's like, okay, the ads are coming. I now need to think about that and prepare for it. So it does have that element to it, which is, I guess, fine. Like, you know what I mean? You do have some thought process that needs to go into setting it up. Whereas like Surrender is instant. Like, if anything, they both work differently, which is nice. Like, for Surrender, you want to go in with 0 insanity because it fills you instantly.
Yep.
And then when you go into your Void Eruption, you need to not do it that way.
Yeah, it needs to be kind of the opposite. Yeah.
Yeah, it does.
It's a nice little combo. I do think that I do think that 90 is probably a little high for Void Eruption, just because you will be overcapped, especially on single target. I think it could be 60, and that way you can Void Bolt immediately after, and you're not like crazy punished for it.
Look
at this! Look at the spirits!
Look at the spirits! Get to work.
Yeah, I think that there's a potential for them to do that and just make it a little bit cleaner. But that's a tiny thing. That is
Yeah.
really a tiny change. It's not much of a problem when it comes to the overall specs feel right now, because the spec feels so good.
No, I don't think it's a problem at all. It's just something I'm getting used to. Like I said, this is essentially... We know the basics, but getting it so right.
Yeah.
Especially if you want to max it. Like, I know there's the whole min-maxer nerd bullshit going on right now, but it's really kind of fun when you start to feel that you're nailing it.
I just got on. That guy just evaded my damnation. Could that feel worse?
I haven't used it once, you know. Oh my god, I need a notification for it. I use it once, then I don't check when it's coming back. I've gotten used to using my proper UI again. Oh, I'm dispersing. This guy's hitting me in the face. There we go.
Evading damnation that's a tilt.
It is. I think I've used damnation like twice in this dungeon. And I love that spell too. It's because like yesterday I had it down to a specific timer of when I would use damnation. I had it like set in my mind when I was going to use it. So I'm going to use it here. I'm going to use it here.
I'm going to surrender on this guy.
We're surrendering. I never thought I'd see the day I get to surrender like this and enjoy it at the same time. This is so fun.
It is so good.
Make sure you pick your targets, though, guys. That's why we died to surrender yesterday, because the boss we were doing spawns different kinds of ads. Some of them have higher health than others, and if you put it on the one with the high health, there was a definite chance it was not going to die in 25 seconds.
Yeah.
That sudden death is not fun.
I definitely cast it on the boss at one point as well, like just tab targeting through to something else.
Risky.
So that wasn't particularly
You know what
smart,
it did? It actually made me somewhat better at the game, Finn. Because I started noticing that the arrows were different on which ad they were going to spawn. And
right,
I was ooh. So I could tell, like, I could have my mouse ready over the correct one. Far earlier than I probably should.
Oh, all the spirits and stuff when you go into form is so good. Oh, that's an 8k Shadow or Death crit.
Oh, careful.
Let's see. So much material to work with.
And I am not bent here. I should move. I don't have a cooldown, actually. I got greedy. I have surrender at 18. I'd have to use it on this ad. Unless we're going to Zerg this boss, I'm not convinced.
I think we're going to. Wait, I didn't move. I'm really smart.
I'm not gonna lie to you, dude. I totally noticed, but I didn't surrender. I could have gripped you. And everything. I was like,
no!
I was just like, I'm not saying.
I even like, yeah. When you see that, when you see that in the video, I'm full concentrating on lining it up with the boss, and I don't move out of the way of the arrow.
There you go.
Really smart. I'm such a good player.
Right. James has got us.
Mythic Raider, by the way.
Oh, here we go. Boom.
Right.
Boom.
The perfect surrender on the ads. Let's go.
Oh, that one was my favorite.
That was hilarious. I was just watching it saying,
Yeah, that wasn't my smartest moment. I'll be honest.
It was fine with me. I liked it.
Just didn't move at all.
Oh, I tell you what, it's nice to get back-to-back procs on Mind Blast when you're in your ramp up, because you get to void farm so much quicker.
Yep.
My constructs can handle you on their
I
own.
reapplied dots to him and they fall off. That feels bad.
Proud of this one.
And instantly applying dots to this, man. This gameplay is so much better than it's ever been.
Yeah.
This is better than the Legion Shadow Priest for me. And I love the Legion Shadow Priest.
Wait, why is my grip not working on this guy?
Well, not from downtown. We should probably not kill this.
I think it's dead. If I'm
yeah, it's got a DP on it. It's dead.
Yeah.
No respect for craftsmanship. Oh,
Please let me dot you.
Proud of this
Okay,
one.
right.
I must preserve your parts.
Come here, mister. Right.
I'm gonna have to surrender to Madness back. This
Wait.
is hilarious.
This is... Yeah. I actually can't.
It's you, Finn.
Okay, alright.
I'm telling you this time.
We've lined it up.
Oh, 6
The hook's
seconds on
gone.
surrender.
Imbecile! I'm the one who
Oh, I'm not gonna be able
failed
to surrender. Feels bad.
It's okay. I've got my...
I can
Power infusion
surrender,
up.
but is it worth? No. I surrendered, but it was totally not worth. I had to.
Alright, we did it. I managed this time. I remembered to move out of the way. It's good stuff.
Overall, guys, we are coming to the last boss here, and this obviously been a longer than normal TDP, but we felt you We just wanted to play. I mean, that's how cool this is. We just
Yeah.
wanted to play and have fun, and it is. I'm going single target here before he pulls. Is it?
Yeah, I'll go single.
Oh
target, it's fine.
no! The ad technically didn't die.
Oh, that's a
Oh my
nightmare.
god! Oh my god! The ad technically didn't die. Shit.
You get to see the single target build that I'm running right now.
Yeah, I'm going twist on.
I'm going all left.
Yeah, I'm going all left too.
Yeah.
Oh, surrender's on cooldown. I can't. I have to keep surrender. Oh well, unfortunate.
All left.
Unfortunate.
Let's go, Tarzan. Come on, buddy.
I wish I had a covenant ability. That would be nice.
Yeah, I've got Kyrian, but I don't rate it particularly. So
No.
nah.
I should have opened with eradication. I never opened with eradication, and I don't know why.
Yeah, I missed it that time as well.
So stupid.
Oh my god, I didn't put pain up because I've not been playing anything but misery for the
alright,
last
well, I
like
just-
3 days.
I just went into Void Eruption and cast his Void Ball instantly again.
It's so hard not to.
Oh, I can
fairness.
surrender on the guy downstairs.
So you can. It's me first though.
Oh, no, 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 no.
Alright, let's go. Goblin jump.
Oh, I just double DP'd because the lag didn't felt like it went off. Damn US lag.
Oh, damnation down here. Oh my god. Okay, I just like
You one banged?
I basically one banged that ad. That's so silly.
Yeah, I've done this fight all wrong. This is still a lot of learning. At least we could throw in some Shadow of Deaths, hopefully without killing myself. Oh, I'm surrendering anyway. I mean, he's dead. Right, guys?
Yeah, it's dead. It's dead. It's dead for sure.
It's dead. Ladies and gentlemen, the Shadow Priest. So fun.
It's real. It's
Let's
real.
hope they don't fucking spoil it.
Just
Oh,
that.
you like that? Well, let's throw all this crap on it. And now the classic stuff that they do. A little bit of tweaking here and there. Let's
Yeah.
hope the legendaries and conduits are good, Finn.
Yeah, legendaries, conduits. They're the main things that need changed now, and maybe a little bit of less insanity generation. Maybe take a bit off Mind Flay, and it's good.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Have a great weekend.
Cheers.
We'll see you again. Bye-bye.
Bye.